YouTube, what is up? Merry Christmas to everybody, first and foremost. Happy New Year to everybody. That's it. It's 2023 now. It's time to go hard, man, because that's it. We got to reflect now on how 2022 was. I will say I had a great year, man. I had an amazing year. I can't complain. Family's amazing. My loved ones, my circle, my team. God has been good. Definitely looked out for me in many situations that could have been a lot worse. I got none but gratitude. Everything, man. That's cool. We still got more work to do, man. We're not finished. We still got a lot of responsibilities. And so what are you guys thinking about? What's on your mind? For me, I spent too much damn money this year. I'm stacking bread 2023. Stacking bread. So I bought this house like a year ago. Some of you guys have seen it a bunch of times, but it's nice, right? Nice big crib. And this isn't the forever crib. This was a good investment at the time. I've always had it in my mind that at some point this would be a rental. We would be renting this house out. But did buy a new Model X. You guys remember I totaled that one. This is a write-off. It's gonna be for the business. When I'm driving around with the team, like for example, Josh OP was here. We couldn't drive around in the same car because at the time, this is all we had, the Model 3 Performance, which is a nice car. This is gonna be my daily driver, my family's daily driver. This is gonna be perfect for when we got people down and we need it for the business, man. We need it for the business. But that's it. I'm not spending no more money on personal items, on personal. 2023, maybe at the end of the year, I may upgrade the house, but that would only be to turn this into a rental property, to rent this out and earn cash flow. That's the only reason why I would buy a new house. But aside from that, no more cars. So happy with that. No more bullshit. And I'm gonna get serious. I'm gonna focus on work every day. How productive can I be every day? How productive can I be? I don't wanna waste no day. And I know that's not realistic as a human being. You're gonna have your off days, but I wanna limit that as much as possible. The goal is to be as productive as possible in 2023 because we got so much to do. Honestly, getting these vehicles out of the way, having a nice home for the family's happy. That's a lot of weight lifted off my shoulders. Bro, the only reason why I've been able to move the way I've moved in 2022, we bought investment properties, all that good stuff. It's because of my bankable income, because I'm bankable. Shameless plug, Piatt County. Oh, by the way, Monday, December 2nd, we're having a webinar. If you've been on the fence about Piatt County, why every barber and every professional in the beauty industry needs it, if you've been on the fence about that, join our webinar. There'll be a link in the description below where you can sign up. You can register for our webinar. It's going to be Monday, December 2nd at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to talk about Piatt County and why you need it, answer all your questions. If you want to get started after that, you can. If you don't want to, at least you got the information you need to make a decision. But I don't want you guys operating and trying to grow and working real hard just to reach a dead end, because you're not doing things the way a real business is supposed to be doing things so that you can continue to elevate, right? If that's the goal, this is what I would tell you guys, man. This is one of the biggest gems I could drop on you guys for 2023. It is so easy to get lost working in the business. So much so that you neglect working on the business. If you've read the book E-Myth, I recommend it. Go read it. This is what it looks like. And it really talks about that whole paradigm. As a barber, we're going into the shop, we're cutting hair all day. We leave the shop. We have ideas throughout the entire day. We come up with things that we need to get done throughout the entire day. But realistically, we only have like one day out of the week to really work on the business, because the rest of the week we're cutting hair, or we're spending time with family, or we're marketing, we're promoting ourselves. So when do you have time to work on the business? Let's say that's one day a week. Let's say that's Mondays. But by the time Monday comes around, every idea you had, every box you need to check, every item that you need to get done, Monday comes around, you spend half the day trying to remember the things that you were trying to get done. I would challenge you guys every single day, in your notes, on your phone, on paper, on journal, whatever, when an idea comes up and you can attach a to-do item to that, write it down. Every month, you should be writing down all your to-dos. And the way I like to organize them is high priority, mid priority, low priority. Usually I only get high priority stuff done, right? Because my high priority list is always growing. And what ends up happening is I'm writing this stuff down throughout the week. And then when Monday comes around, all I gotta do is open up that page in my journal. All I gotta do is open up the notes app on my phone, and boom, I see all the items that I've been thinking about throughout the week that I need to get done. And on Monday, I just go crazy for a few hours and just check as many of those boxes as possible. If you do that every week, guys, you will have the greatest 2023 of your life, man. I challenge you guys to do that. Don't sleep on that. It's been one of the best ways to stay productive on a consistent basis. And that's what's really important, guys. It's not being productive here and there. It's being consistent. It's being disciplined. It's doing that for a long period of time. That's when you get big results, guys. So I challenge you guys to do that. The other thing I challenge advise you guys to do is not sleep. Get bankable. I bought this car under the business, under my LLC. That's a $101,000 write-off. That's how much that car was. I'm gonna be able to write that off the entire thing in the first year. You can't do stuff like this if you're not bankable, guys. If you don't have your paperwork in order, please do yourself a favor. Click the link below, hit register. You want to be at that webinar. The reason why you can't do stuff like this if your paperwork ain't in order. So what I did was I went to all my banks, right? All my banks that I have relationships with, and the car dealer. The car dealer was telling me 6-7% interest. No, I started shopping it. I got as low as 4.69 from one of my banks, and I asked the dealership to match it. They couldn't match it, but they went down to the low fives, and they gave me $1,000 incentive to finance with them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finance with them, and then my bank told me that there wouldn't be any fees to refinance, so they actually recommended I finance with them, get the $1,000 incentive. A few weeks after that, refinance with my bank. Now, these banks, if you're gonna put it under the business, you better have an LLC with 2 years tax returns. You need to be in business at least 2 years. In order to prove that, you need 2 years tax returns. They're gonna ask you your gross income. Some of the banks, if you're getting a car that's over $90,000, they're going to want paperwork. They're going to want your papers, man. And the paperwork I'm talking about is your tax returns, your bank statements. They might want a P&L. Depends on the bank and everything that they're asking for. But if you don't have that stuff in order and organized and looking good, man, you're not even gonna be able to get the tax returns if your stuff ain't organized and clean. Aside from that, I bought commercial real estate this year. Aside from that, I bought investment properties this year. They all want people who are experienced, who have cash flow, P&Ls, and can show the proof of it and been in business a couple years. If you haven't gotten started now, you're 2 years behind, guys. Get started now. Stop sleeping on your future. Register for this webinar so you can learn as much as possible about why you need Pi Accounting. It's not even for me, man. I just want to help the industry grow, man. I want to see you guys build wealth. I want to see you guys change your family tree. I know a lot of you guys have that ambition, and that's what I'm trying to help create that, because that's what I needed. That's what I wanted so bad, man. That's what I wanted so bad, but the information wasn't out there like it should. A lot of fluff, a lot of extra stuff. I'm not selling you guys a course on how to build wealth. I'm not selling you guys a strategy on how to build wealth. I'm giving you guys the implementation. I could have done a course on how to find an accountant. We created a company to do the work for you. All you got to do is sign up, and we'll teach you along the way. But we'll also do it for you. There's CPAs on staff. There's enrolled agents on staff, on payroll, ready to help you guys out. I want you guys working hard for something. I want you guys working hard for something. I want all your hard work to show up. I want them stats to show up. That way you can put yourself in a position that most barbers never see. Most professionals in the beauty industry never see. 99% of them don't see, man. It really is based on choices. You just got to make the right choices, guys. And even if you're young and you're not thinking about all this extra stuff, I want you to be able to take vacations without getting in credit card debt, man. You guys are living your life with a few $1,000s in your bank account. You're a flat tire away from being broke. I know that don't feel nice. At least for me, when I was in my early 20s, I ain't like that feeling, man. I ain't like that feeling of a big traffic citation would ruin my entire month. Boy, would be eating ramen noodles the rest of the damn month. Used to make a few $100s, work for a month. That's how I would eat, right? But one citation and boy, I'm starved that month. I know y'all don't want to feel that way. It's not hard to fix. The hardest part is having the discipline and making the right choices, guys. But you got to make the right choices. Don't buy some sneakers this month. Go sign up for Pi Accounting. When you're feeling like being lazy and not writing down your ideas and your to-dos, you're tripping. Write down your ideas, create your to-do list. And on Mondays, do it. And you can substitute Mondays for Tuesdays, Mondays for Wednesdays. Whatever your days off are, you can substitute that. Even right now, guys, with everything I've been able to accomplish, if I didn't have wife and kids, bro, I would not be having this nice house. I would not be driving a nice car. I would still be in my Corolla that I just got rid of, and I would be growing. I'd be growing. Some of you guys are stunting your potential and your growth to go buy a 3 Series BMW. Nobody cares about that thing, man. Nobody's impressed by that. What you doing? You guys don't realize you're destroying your bankability, and you go buy a nice car before you go buy assets. You're setting yourself back years. You make that decision. That's a horrible choice, man. Don't go buy that nice fancy new car just because you're making some money. Some of you guys are going and buying these cars and you ain't even doing no tax returns, or if you do, you're writing everything off. You don't even own your own crib crib yet. You don't own no assets. That car, look up DTI, debt to income ratio. That car is destroying your DTI, which is what banks look at to see how much they're willing to loan. You're destroying your potential, guys. Some of you guys are buying that car, and that car is what's stopping you from owning your first barbershop. That car is what's preventing you from buying your first investment property, guys. All right, that's it. I'm done ranting. That's my message for today. 2023 is a big year, guys. I hope you guys make the right choices to make it a big year for you as well. Happy holidays.